guys, today we're going to be filming a video on all the Bloxburg jobs before the new map comes. Obviously, you're going to see some new map things because the new map is revamping already, but I hope you enjoy this video. And we will be going through all the jobs plus some areas that you should definitely check out. First place we're exploring is definitely Pizza Planet and its job. I did forget the pizza oven job, sadly. I might add that at the end of the video, but I have a fun fact for you guys. And did you know that a lot of creators have said this? I'm not the first that you've probably seen if you like to watch Bloxburg videos, but as some people know, Pizza Planet was inspired by Toy Story. It used to have a greenish, yellowish rim, or I think it was, a green rim with yellow letters. And Pizza Planet was not looking like that. It still had the same it still had the same facture and base, but it didn't really technically have anything else. So that was nice to know. But the Pizza Planet job is my second favorite job. And it is the job that makes me the most money. And you guys can check my money at the top of the video to see how much it increased during this video, because I did get to a certain goal I haven't reached yet at the end of this video for working all the jobs. But the Pizza Planet job, the delivery driver, is really, really easy. And I personally love this job. It's one of my favorite ones to do. One of them, not the first one. I love playing as the pizza driver because if I need quick and fast money, I could just work there for like about 10 minutes. And there's times I do pop up how much money I make. I don't pop it up in every job, but you will see how much time it takes and how much money I make in that time. And sadly, most of the buildings do not make any money. They don't have jobs. As of the gym, the town hall, and and the Ferris wheel does not make money. The gas place does not make money. And the front of Mike Motors doesn't, and neither does the cinema. So we only have a select few of buildings that have jobs, but those select few have more than one job majority of the time, like the Burger Place or Pizza Planet. This place we got is the Bloxburger. Most people know the Bloxburger as the Bloxy Burger because of its original design, which I will pop up a photo just so you guys can see how it originally looked. This is the only place that got revamped that has stayed for a very, very long time that first got a bathroom, I think. Yeah, it was the first place that first got a bathroom. Nowhere else in town has a bathroom besides, I think, the movie theater. In this job, there's multiple things you can do, and my particular favorite is to restock the items when people are doing things, because you make a lot of money and you make it really fast since people are constantly working. If you're in a private server or in a neighborhood by yourself, you can't do this job unless you run out of it yourself. This is one of my favorite jobs, as well as it's as the register, but I personally think this is my number 4 because it's very hardworking and you need to get really, really good at it. It is really easy, but you do have to master how you want to do things, or else they're not going to come out your way whatsoever in this job. This job consists of very different things, and it varies. In the shift, you cannot eat food as like every other job, and there is a bathroom for you to use, which I did have to stop by when finishing the Pizza Planet job since there is no other bathroom. And when you use the bathroom or you step into another workplace, you have to automatically finish your shift, and that isn't cool. So in these clips of me in Bloxy Burger, I am just doing what you have to do, showing what the point is, and it's very simple, very easy, but as well as cooking the patties, accidentally burning them. This is not really beginner friendly. I would more recommend either Pizza Planet or Green Clean, which those are pretty straightforward jobs, which they do help. This is more of a complex job that I think early Bloxburgers have known for a while now, since it has been out for 2 years. This does make a lot of money, and this was the first job to make the most amount of money. Pizza Planet was the job that would be glitched and you would make accidentally too much money, but this job was the first job you got that efficiency bar that says 100% at the top, which depends how much money you make. To get to 100% efficiency like I do, which I'm slowly decreasing, you do have to have a certain amount of standards, which is you have to have your moods boosted. There's also a boost mood button that I have used various times in this video that you're going to be able to see that the boost moods affects your efficiency a lot. So if you don't have any of your moods boosted, you'll only get up to 70%, which you'll make less money. If you go and boost your moods, you'll make 100% of money. The first job that had this was Bloxburg, and it was also the first job that had realism and had different types of things that you can do in one job. This is particularly some fan favorites, as when it came out, nobody knew how to use it. Besides, they would burn the fries and the patties. But overall, this is a pretty straightforward job when you get the hang of it. It does make a lot of money for beginners if you want to try that. But I would personally recommend Pizza Planet as my number 2 option. And you'll see what's coming next as number 1. This is the register job. This job is a little easier. Well, you just have to make a burger with the ingredients they tell you. If you put the wrong ingredients, then they'll walk away and you can allow repeating. I'm messing up because I'm trying to show that you can mess up and it's completely fine. Look, you can refresh, restart their order, and they'll tell you their whole order again so you can get that burger if they talk too much. You can also just walk out of Bloxburg when you're done. This is Styles, the hair salon, and this is a very straightforward job. I would think that it does need a very big revamp because it's got very boring, and it does get complicated because you can't go back like how the mirror suggests. You cannot go back. You have to press on them. Once you skip a hair or a hair color, then it automatically thinks that you have to restart it again, and you have to find that color really fast. And I've done that multiple times in this video, accidentally missing a color and having to find it. It's very, very annoying. But Style Studio was not inspired by anything, but to me it looks like a Sephora. If you're a girl, you know. No one really does Styles anymore. I was in a public server doing this and nobody was working at Styles, and I haven't seen anyone work at Styles for a really, really long time. So if you want to go support Styles, go ahead before it's gone, because it's leaving Saturday, June 28th of 2025 at 1 p.m. EST, 10 a.m. PST. This is a very fun job for me. I love this job. This was the first job I ever did, and it was very fun to do it again for one of the last times. And it's a place, this place will forever hold a place in my heart because I will never forget Styles. It was a very memorable place. Me and my friends used to roleplay, and before, did you know that you could actually sit in those chairs and get your hair done by your friend, and you could change outfits at Styles Beauty Salon? Because it used to be like that with dressers and stuff before it got a little revamp where you couldn't do that anymore. Walking into Green Clean Janitorial Services, it was a dream because this is the job that gets me the best amount of money and the least amount of time. This is my number 1 favorite job out of all the jobs in Bloxburg. I love to do Green Clean because it's a very fast job and you can make money really, really fast as long as you make sure you stay focused and you stay on track. There's times that I stare in front of something and notice I didn't press clean, and it gets me so mad because it increases my time on how much money I'm not making, but the time is increasing. My money goes up really, really fast in this because I have made it to level 26 in this, which is very, very lovable because I think the maximum level is 50 or 30. But the bigger the trash is, so if you get trash piles, you make the least amount of money. If you get drink spills, you can make a little bit more money. If you get graffiti, that's when you make the most amount of money. The bigger the graffiti, the more money you make. In this job, you really, really need to pay attention to your status. If you have really, really low moods, you're not going to make any money. But I personally recommend this to all my friends because before the efficiency came out, you were able to make 5,000 by one little graffiti thing. I promise you that's how I got all my money. This job has been a dream. I was working on this for 4 hours one day on this job specifically, and I made it really, really far. Obviously, this is not the best job in some people's opinions. Apparently, it takes up too much time for so little money, but that's because you have to have sufficient moods and you have to have good status rates. And if your efficiency isn't up, how do you expect to make a lot of money? That's the whole point of the efficiency coming out. Bloxburg is trying to be more realistic in the game mode, and they're trying to get their thing to not look like 2016 anymore, because that's how it's been looking like since Bloxburg came out. So Coeptus did sell the game, so a lot of revamps are being made. I think he sold it for $2 million. But Coeptus is still a really big thing in this job. I think this was his favorite job. And Green Clean always has a place in my heart, being the most money-making thing for me. It has always inspired me. How that's just so cool. That it's really cool because it was known as the job that made you the most money. Because Coeptus did that because people get bullied for having janitorial jobs or parents or something like that. So because they make no money. So in Bloxburg, they try to teach you how doesn't depend on how much money you make and what job you're in. It just depends on how you act and how you present yourself. That's the purpose of efficiency and the moods. Here in BFF Supermarket, there's a lot of things you can do. You can restock, and you can restock bags if someone's doing the grocery cashier job. But right now we're talking about restocking. Restocking is one of the best jobs for me because it's a really fast job. It's a very not time-consuming job, and if you reach a really, really high level, then you can be able to make a lot of money in this job. If you do not reach a really high level, the maximum you can make is not a lot, and I don't have a really high level, and that's why my earnings are not really nice. I'm a stalker in this position at the moment. I call it a restocker. But you do need people to be restocking bags and doing cashier because there's just people standing in line, and that looks really weird. In this job, you can only buy things off your shift, or you can buy them on your shift, but you cannot eat them. They have revamped this place a few times with the birthday cakes, and that was basically it. And also remodeling the water bottles, Bloxy Cola and Bloxy Cube, which is supposed to be energy drink, but in a bottle, which is a really fun idea. Fun fact, in this particular BB supermarket, you cannot buy the cheese. Why? It's only refrigerated and no one can buy it. It's completely off limits and you can't even touch it like a buy option. But everything else in the store is buyable, which is really, really nice to know since, who wants cheese? It's smelly. But there's a lot of cheese things in the fridge. So they didn't make cheese entirely removable, usable. They made it usable some way, and it was really cute that since the beginning of the game, the only thing that's changed in the only thing that has stayed in the supermarket was the non-touched cheese. Coming back into the grocery store was really fun. I accidentally started buying a lot of canned beans, but that's completely fine. So you do need to restock these bags, which there is boxes with bags. And I had to figure out how to scan the items. So I would say this is beginner friendly, but you do have to like remember how to do things. Or you have to learn by yourself. There was things getting left behind because the bags didn't have enough space, and I didn't know why I wouldn't go in a bag. So I would get it wrong, and get it wrong again. But what I used to do was just spam a lot of bags, and if there's extra, they take the extra home. This job is really nice because it's very like just tappable. You cannot use the little finger on top of the jump button. Because then it wouldn't work and you would end up pressing done or buying things yourself because there is things to buy. So people do end up coming, but they don't talk. They're NPCs, obviously, and you cannot actually go to the cash register and buy things. The next place is Mike's Motors, where you have to change tires and paint motorbikes. This store has never been changed since Bloxburg has came out August 6th of 2016 and Bloxburg got released to the public for free on June 15th, 2024. Mike's Motors has been untouched since 2016 because nobody has really said anything about it, and nobody's complained about the Mike's Motors job. It's a very complex job when it comes to knowing what to do. Sometimes you get confused with the wheels, which I did as I first joined Bloxburg about 4 years back. And this game has really brought out Mike's Motors. It's definitely a centerpiece of the town. And it was located somewhere else in the town at one point, but then they quickly put it back before it got moved. Arriving at Lovely Lumber is where you cut down trees, and this place is very nice. When you walk up the mountain, you do see a parachute, and this is not in my top favorites for 2 reasons. One reason because it's very far from town and it's very different from the other jobs, and my car does usually get stuck in the river. The second reason is that you have to continuously chop down trees, and then you have to continue on with your day. Ben's Ice Cream, being my third favorite job, is definitely amazing. Everyone loves Ben's Ice Cream. I usually always eat it when I went on the Ferris wheel, and it has held some memories on the Ferris wheel and at the beach for me. There's so many memories, and apparently it's inspired by a true place, just like Pizza Planet. Even though it wasn't inspired by a true place, Ben's Ice Cream is inspired by a true place, and Coeptus hasn't confirmed it, and neither has the new creator, which I do not know what his name is, but it has not been confirmed, but there is a place that looks exactly like it. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I bet you have. There's so many people that have already put this on their YouTube channel. Next up is the fishing job. Here is always you've ever been to catch fish. This has been a forgotten job, and I will say I have never done this job ever. I've maybe tried it once for one of my little videos from when I was really, really little. But besides that, I have never done this job. So, hate me if you will, but I don't do this job. The next one is not a job, but a place you should visit. This is obviously the auditorium. Omnesium, I don't know what it's called. I call it the auditorium. But that's a little hidden elf. And I love the auditorium. It has a secret place. It has the zodiac signs. And you can even talk to the guy, Astro Bloxidus. He is very iconic, and he found out that a meteor was going to hit Bloxburg, the reason why I'm making this video. There's a dying globe in it, and you have to find the book with straight books on every single shelf, which is this one. When you walk in, you get to see like a moon area where it has like, you start to walk slower, but you're like on the moon, so you have less gravity, and there's no gravitational pull. Obviously, I I love that place. That like was really cute. And this is one of my favorite places to adventure with my friends, especially for like school role plays as a field trip. That's Aquarius, my sign. And they start walking down. There's a little movie theater that shows the solar system, and it's just about space and myths and logical things. As our video comes to an end, we have to visit one more place, the campsite. This did get changed, but it did get changed for the better. Now you can roast bread and marshmallows and a hot dog, which is amazing. Ah! I love hot dogs and bread. So, yeah, that's just amazing. But this is where we're ending our video. Campsite, you can take quick meals. And as you can see, there's like little areas to sleep, little tents. And this is a really fan favorite. There was bulletin boards, like buy one, get one, same price by the Bloxy Burger, which was just amazing. Bloxburg is so wholesome, and if you ride the tire swing at the campsite, you do get athleticism, and you get that increased. So I would take that as you will. But these places are so fun to adventure, and everyone has so much fun in Bloxburg. The top bar does say watch TV or eat food, just so you could do that. But I love you all so much. And Bloxburg new map is coming soon. Even though some people don't want it to happen, it's happening. This video is to remind everyone on how Bloxburg has changed for the better for the creators, maybe for the worse for others. But to me, I think it's a win-win situation. This is the gas station that always had the best snacks when you were on a road trip, especially to the campsite. This was an amazing place to go for kids when you would play as a family role play and have to pay bills or would have to get kicked out of your home. There's so many memories and so many lives that have been inspired by Bloxburg, and I learned how to fundraise with this game. This was a very amazing game. I love Bloxburg. I haven't played in a really long time, and now that my heart has come back to it, it has really shown me the value of actually saving my money. And when you come over to the tunnel, you can go to neighborhoods. But I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching my videos. You know, you guys are really special for watching them to the very end, because I know Sebastian Braajos, which is my friend that watches my videos, is always watching to the end. Hi, Sebas! Shout out to Sebas. He's amazing. He's never commented on my videos, but hi there. I bet he saw that part. Well, I love you guys all super much. If you got to the end, good job. Give me a subscribe and turn on post notifications and like this video. I hope to see you guys all in the next short video or my next video. Sorry for being gone for so long, but I love you all so much. Goodbye. You're amazing. Stay special, stay royalty, and be queens and kings. The kings and queens you are, baby. Bye.